Welcome to the Business Life Cycle podcast. I'm here with my good friend, a active member of the Nehemiah Entrepreneurship community, one of the first early biblical entrepreneurs, the wife of David Kamuiru, Zippy Kamuiru, who now is an author. Zippy, welcome to the podcast. Congratulations on your new book.
Thank you, Patrice. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Well, you guys are familiar with Zippy. She's an active member and leader of the Couples in Business Life group. Zippy also is an active member of the Entrepreneurship community. Zippy also lead, along with her husband, the Passive Income Life group at Nehemiah. Zippy originally is from Kenya. She's Kenyan American. Been in the United States for a long time. She loves Jesus, according to her bio, fiercely. I like that. Is committed to loving and living for her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. She's a loving and devoted wife, and of course, mother. She I like that. It says she's devoted a wife to her gifted and beloved husband. I wish my wife would call me gifted and beloved husband. She's also a homeschool mother. She's has two grown sons who she's homeschooled almost all their lives. One of them actually is in college right now. She's love words. She's an articulate speaker and, of course, writer. I'm gonna read this as it says. It says this. She truly gets immersed. She savor words and truly gets immersed in any gripping story and enjoys reading, writing, watching movies, and plays. Me and you, girl, on the movie and reading side. If it's a good story, she'll eat it up. An earthly, contemplative thinker, she lives life deeply, relishes the simple moments of life, love people, and putting thought to paper. And one thing about Zippy as well, she's an amazing dancer. Zippy, I was surprised at how much of a good dancer you are. You seem so proper, so conservative, so articulate. But then we get you on the dance floor, man. I tell you, she rocks and roll. I love it. Zippy often lead the dance parties at our couples and business retreat.
That's right.
Zippy, before we talk, I want to read a bit about this book in terms of the description. So Zippy is a collaborator of a book called Love, the Greatest of These, the Fruits of the Spirit. This is the Greatest of These is the first volume in the Fruits of the Spirit collaboration book collection, a powerful series featuring stories that bring Galatians 5:22-23 to life. This book explored the fruit of love through raw, authentic stories of people who have loved with abandon, through pain, against the odds, and beyond themselves. From adoptive parents saying yes to the unknown, to spouses fighting for the covenant of love, to individuals choosing grace when it wasn't earned. Each chapter offers a window into the transforming power of God's love at work. Whether you're navigating your own relationships challenges, longing to love others better, or looking for hope, Love, the greatest of these, will stir your heart and strengthen your faith in the God who is love. Well, Zippy, it is an amazing book. Even as I read this, I think about your own chapter, and I know your life that you put to paper, and it's as though this book was made for you and your story.
Amen.
Did you kind of come with this? The book? Did you find the book, or did the book find you?
Wow. I think the book found me, actually. I think the book found me. I submitted a little write-up that had been requested to just write about loving, how it is to love in a difficult situation or a difficult person. And I thought, well, I'll share out of my own experience, not because, my husband is exceptionally difficult, but, because life and marriage have a way of creating difficult circumstances. And
Mm,
so we have to learn to love in it, regardless, because we are called to love until death do us part. And
mm,
is not, it's not what we had thought, because the world tells us that it's going to be a Cinderella story and they lived happily ever after. It's not always that way, and the reality of marriage is that it's going to be difficult. So I wrote about loving through the difficult of marriage.
Zippy, before we get to the book, you have an interesting journey.
Uh-huh.
Oldest of what I think four
Four.
children.
Four
Oldest
children.
is four.
Yeah.
The only one in America. Came to America. You were in college, right?
Yeah, came to
Yeah,
college. Although
in
my
college.
brother did come to the United States and then he went back home.
Okay.
Hmm.
From a family of entrepreneur. Your father is an entrepreneur,
Hmm.
and you met your husband in college, right?
Actually, I was already done with college.
Oh, got it,
I'd
got it.
actually completed my studies, both my undergrad and my postgraduate
All
studies.
right, and met David. You met the love of your life. You are a woman that like to be wooed, so he wooed you, right? You met him, and and then you guys begin your journey
Yeah.
from there.
Yes.
One thing I know about your journey is a combination of entrepreneurship, growth in faith, just trials and tests of your marriage, trials and tests of your family, two children later, miracles along the way.
Hmm.
You're looking back home and helping to care your family.
Hmm.
When you look back at that journey, what are you most grateful for?
Wow. What am I most grateful for? Just really the presence of the Lord through it.
Mm,
Um, I don't know how life would have been without knowing the Lord, without having a place to turn all my burdens to and cry out to when it got so difficult. Um, that's what I'm most grateful for. Just
oh
knowing
wow,
Jesus.
amen. If you go back to that, were you 18 or 19 when you first came to the US? Were you 18 years old?
I was 18. I turned 19 when I got into the country.
So let's go back to the 19-year-old Zippy. What would you
No,
tell
actually, I
her?
turned 20. I
20.
was 19, so I turned
Okay.
20 when I. No, 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 no. Yes, 20.
All right.
I'm growing old. It's been a long time.
What would you tell the 20-year-old Zippy?
Oh, wow. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. Buckle up. Life is not what you always thought it would be, what you had
Mhm.
imagined. I think I had a lot of lofty ideas of, what life would be like and the things I could do. I didn't think there was anything I couldn't do. Uh,
Mhm.
so I would say, buckle up. You'll have a few disappointments in your life, and just be ready for those.
Yeah. For those who are watching and listening who might also be immigrants, so, and who may be looking for what would you kind of say to an immigrant 20-year-old now who's just came to America or another country and they're beginning out, what would you kind of say to them as they look at building the whole life in a whole other country?
In a whole other country. It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be
It's
tough.
going to be tough. Don't expect it to be a cakewalk. Um, Tighten your pants and put on your big girl, big boy drawers. It's going to be a ride, but
Yeah, yeah.
with God's grace, you'll make it.
Let's go a bit back before you arrived to America, because for most Americans, they don't have a visual picture of what it means to grow up as a young king and girl
Mhm.
in an entrepreneur family. What was it like, and what was, what are some things you can bring to bear here that shaped who you are today?
Oh, wow. I think one thing that well, first of all, education was extremely important growing up in my family. And not just in my family, I think in Africa in general, most Africans are very, very focused on education. So you had to go to school. Going to school was not going to school was not an option or a
Mm,
choice. Here in the United States, there are a lot of young people who will be like, I'm not going to go to college.
optional.
Or it's
Yeah.
optional. I wouldn't even graduate high school. That was not even an option. And going to college was what everybody strived for, because the older you get, the narrower your choices become.
Mm,
And as you go into the market, the narrower your choices are if you don't have a
mm,
college degree.
yeah.
And then, and if you're not specialized in certain areas, then you don't have many options. At least that's what it used to be. And so it was very, very competitive, educationally, academically. You had to be very, very sharp and work very, very hard to be able to go to college and then get a good career or get a good job. Now,
And what? Go
more
ahead.
now there are more options,
Yeah.
because
And,
there's
and what career did you want to do? What
what
was the
career
aspiration?
well, when I was at home, you didn't have much of a choice. You got sent where you got sent, and I got sent
Mm.
to do agriculture and home economics. It
Well,
was
your
an
father also had a farming business, right?
yes,
Was that
yes, he
anything
did.
connected there?
Yeah, well, it didn't feel so bad because then I
Mm.
knew I could help with a farm. Um, and that's what I was gonna say. As in growing up as an in an entrepreneurial family, you had other options other than
Yeah.
just school. You
Yeah.
knew you could help with a family business. You could help. You started learning how to run a business from when you were young because you saw it every day.
How much pressure was it being the oldest that you had to either be an example, set standard, lead?
Uh, how much pressure? Absolute pressure. No, you grew up knowing that that's was what was expected of you,
Yeah.
and that was a line you were gonna toe. Is this is what is expected of you? You're an example to your brothers and your sisters, and you have to perform. You have to do
Yeah.
well.
Your
Hmm.
parents must be proud today. What would they say today about what Zippy has become?
Oh gosh, wow. Well, I thank God for my parents. It's such a joy to always talk to them. You can tell it in their
Yeah.
voices and in
Yeah.
how they respond to me. I know they're very, very proud, and they say that all the time. We're so
Yeah.
proud of you and we thank God for you and thank you for doing us proud. They're very,
Mm.
very proud and I
And
thank
speaking of love, you've made some strategic decision, your husband both at different times,
Mhm.
to invest back, to come alongside them.
Right.
How difficult or easy was that decision, and how rewarding has it been?
Oh, not difficult at all.
Mm.
We were looking for how can we help, and you gave us a way. You advised us, it gave us a direction to be able to be helpful back home, and that was such a relief, one, to be able to know what to do and to
Mm.
actually be able to do it. It's been such a joy, one of the best investments we've ever made, and we continue to reap benefits from it because then there's a level of trust built, and there's also a way we know that this is a way we can continue to help, and so we give
Mm.
thanks to God for that. Yeah.
Well, you're known as a passive income investor in Nehemiah. Let's go back a bit about your Nehemiah journey. You've been part of Nehemiah for what? Lord, it's been a long time. You're one of the oldest members.
Yeah, we started Nehemiah in the year we got married.
You got married. How many years has that been?
It's since 2004.
Wow, 2004.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Mhm.
You mean 2004? We are in 2004, you mean, right? 2004?
Yeah, 2004. Yeah,
2004. It's
2004.
about
Yeah.
22 years,
22 years.
right?
Hmm.
So, what brought you to Nehemiah, and how has that experience been like for you?
We came so that because we were interested in doing business. We were
Mhm.
interested in starting a business, or at least doing something business related. And you were teaching a biblical entrepreneurship class. You just moved to Bethel
That's
Church
right, Bethel
and
Church.
an
Which, by
announcement.
the way, you were part of the church I was part of prior to that, from the Heart
Yep,
Church Ministries.
from the Heart
Yeah,
Church
I was
Ministry.
following you, though I didn't know you there.
I know, right? Well, I knew of you
Yeah.
in from the heart, and so when I saw that you were teaching the class, I was like, oh my goodness, that's Patrice. And we had talked about doing business with my husband David, and eventually we joined the class, that first class that you taught, and we did BE1 2. We didn't write our business plan. Well, we kind of did, but we didn't defend it. We didn't finish
But
the
you
class.
did go ahead and launch a trucking business.
We sure did. We
Yeah.
launched.
How was that experience like?
It was good. It was a lot of learning. We had all these lofty ideas how we were going to, in 5 years we would be retired and we would have made all the money we needed to make, and then gas prices went through the roof. And
Like what's happening right now, right?
right, right. Diesel prices were absolutely out of this world, and we just couldn't make ends meet.
Yeah. And now you're a passive income investor. So what do you prefer, running the business or investing in the businesses?
The latter. Running the business has a lot of headaches, and
Yes, yes.
it's easier to just say, "What do you need? Okay, here you go." I
That's
just
right.
I
Well,
just
I'm sure the entrepreneurs who are grateful for you and your husband, because they appreciate that.
yeah,
And you're also part of couples in business, and you're part of
yes,
you lead a couple the passive income life group. What do
yes.
you like most about being part of the New York community?
Oh, the life groups, 100%. I love just the community, being able to just do life together with every single one of the members of the different life groups. That's a lifeline, all in itself. Being able to do life together, and the learning opportunities. I'm learning so much. I've learned so much. I've always said from the moment we joined the Nehemiah Project, which is what it was called
Yeah.
Nehemiah Project International Ministries. And the slogan was helping people fulfill God's plan for their lives through business.
And
But
you never forgive me for changing that, right? Because
I
you
know,
felt that was
I know that's what drew me to Nehemiah. And I could have ended at just helping people fulfill God's plan for their lives.
that's
The
right.
business part was extra.
Optional.
It
There it
was
is.
optional, but just helping people fulfill God's plan for their lives. That's what Nehemiah has done for us. And
Oh,
we're
that is
so
awesome.
grateful. Yeah.
And you've helped so many, you invest so many businesses, and now you help others become passive income investors. Let's talk about this book.
Yeah.
So what's unique about this book, when I read a description earlier about the book series itself,
Hmm.
it's as though you could have written that. I mean, it was amazing. That's why I asked, did the book find you? Did you find it?
Right.
Because it really knowing your story. So,
Hmm.
but how difficult or hard was it to capture your journey, to be transparent?
Hmm.
Because all of us go through it, but very
Right.
few of us talk about it or write about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Putting it down wasn't difficult because it's my lived experience.
Yeah,
So it wasn't difficult to put it down. It is sharing it that was
yeah,
difficult.
yeah.
And
Publishing it, releasing it to the public, and you
yes,
guys actually have become bestsellers, right? From what I understand,
I think
did the
so.
book hit a bestseller in the category?
I haven't kept up with that
You
though.
haven't kept up. No, that's okay. I'm
A
sure there's
lot
a
of life.
publisher somewhere worrying about those things.
Right, right,
Yeah, so because now everybody's reading about your journey and your story, your poor husband.
right. I know it. I know it. And the process itself brought up some stuff,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
there's always something that might prop up in relationship because
yeah,
maybe I said something that I shouldn't have said, or I said it in a way that was a little bit you know, prickly. And so and so we had to sort out a few things even in the process of writing it.
But
So
that in itself was a healing process.
it absolutely was. It absolutely
I'm
was.
talking to David. I'm sorry, to Zippy Kamara, the wife of David Kamara. We're talking about her new book. She's part of a book collaboration called "Love: The Greatest of These, the Fruits of the Spirit." She contributed a chapter in the book, and we're going to kind of get into it a little bit. If you want to know more about this book or get a copy, you go to Amazon. Amazon. If you just go to Amazon, just put "Love: The Greatest of These." You will find the book, or put her name, Zippy Kamuiru. She's one of the authors. You will find the book. So, Zippy, your chapter is called "The Marriage Covenant: Living Till Death Do Us Part, When It Is Not Happy Ever After."
Yes.
Wow. Just that title alone makes me real curious.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first were given the title, well, first, did you come with that title, or did somebody, you came up
No,
with it?
I came up with it. Yeah.
So what inspired you? That title alone makes me want to pick the book up.
um, it's just the facts.
It's good.
The idea that we go into marriage, and I know I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. As women, we go into marriage thinking, Cinderella, it's gonna be just beautiful. He's gonna love me, and we're believers. We're as Christians. Our husbands are just gonna be our covering, and they're going to love us just like Christ loved the church, because that's what the
Mm.
Bible says. And we are all Bible believers, and it's going to be beautiful. We are going to just walk into the sunset, and it will be just exactly what I hoped it would be. And then we realize, oh, it's not quite. There's some things I did not expect. There are some things that are happening that are blindsiding me, that I didn't prepare myself for. And so then it stops being the happily ever after,
Mm.
but we are still to live until death do us
Do
part.
us
And
part. Wow.
so there's this tension. Uh,
I love it.
there's this
I
tension, and
love it. Can you find grace in that setting, right? That's why I say marriage could be an amazing prison,
right, right,
right? Or a hell of a prison, because you can't, as believers, you're kind of stuck in it.
right.
And as you kind of share that, I want to read like the beginning of one chapter. There's just that list, because you're so prolific the way you articulate it.
Hmm.
And let me actually read that. You said, "I knew I had met the man of my dreams. The day I silently observed him hard at work, moving among the crowds, rendering service to one, a warm smile to another, and a helping hand to yet another. He was the day of coordinator in our mutual friend's wedding. And he was simply admirable to watch, charged with the responsibility to ensure the smooth running of the couple's big day. This man of my dreams quickly checked my heart's boxes. He moved deftly from spot to spot, graciously answering questions, expertly solving problems, and quickly putting out fires like a seasoned ringmaster." I love the use of words. With this, with with his winning broad smile and easy charm, his kindness, attentiveness to the needs of those around him, and his thoughtful and quick problem-solving response, his every move checked off each of my heart boxes most beautifully. As as serendipity would have it, the charming young man's heart boxes checked off as well. And before long, we were engaged. That's it. That is so romantic. What a beautiful story. You kind of tease us, right? It's like the Hallmark movie. It starts off with this nice climax, and you're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait for it."
Yeah.
You're so poetic in how you articulate joy and pain. Did you always know writing was your thing, or did you discover it along the way?
Actually, I think I've always written. I've always written in a diary or in a diary or a journal. And interestingly enough, when my parents, I would laugh at this, but whenever something happened at home, like maybe my dad was upset with somebody, a situation where they were having, conflict, I'd write letters to him. I'd say, "Dear
Wow.
Daddy," and because that's the only way I would express, my concern. And I remember there's one time when, because I'd written several, and he's upset about something, and he says, "And don't go writing those letters that you write."
I love it. I love it. I'm curious. Did you ever write letters to your husband in midst of challenge and trials in your marriage?
Did I write letters?
Or
Oh,
does your father so discourage you that you said, "No, I'm not going to do
he
that"?
probably did. He probably did.
No,
You
I'm not going to do that to my poor husband. I
I know,
love it.
I know.
That is so
Maybe
good.
if I had done that, it would have saved us some heartache. I don't know
Yeah,
that
you would.
I really wrote some letters to him.
This book, at least your chapter, is also a great premarital tool,
Mm. Mhm.
right? Because you're so raw, you're so candid, and it's real life. You're not making up this stuff.
Right,
And I just want to thank God for your husband, him allowing you to, because it's really a shared story. You're telling his story as well. It's not
right,
like he's isolated from it, right? It's not just Zipporah's story. It's David and Zipporah's story,
right.
and him allowing you to do that is so magnificent. I wish that matter of fact, I think my daughters, I would encourage them to read this book before they get married.
Mm.
So with that, let's kind of talk about some things you put in that book, and I want to ask you this question. So again, you titled the marriage covenant "Living Till Death Do Us Part," when it is not. So let's talk about when it is not. So what would you advise? What do you kind of what are some tips you give in the book when
Hmm.
it is not? How women should navigate when it is not to ensure that they do last till death do us part.
Right. I think the number one suggestion I'd make is to recognize, first of all, the reason why it is not going to be the happily ever after is because we are both sinners.
Mm,
He is a sinner, son of Adam. I am a sinner, daughter of Eve. And that is the bottom line.
it's
No
good.
matter what happens, we live, no matter whether we are believers or not, we still live in this flesh. And we are going to betray each other. We're going to betray ourselves because we are nothing but flesh. I think that's the first thing, because I think sometimes we get into it thinking, oh, it's going to be perfect. Well, it can't be perfect because we are imperfect beings in the first place. So that's one foundational thought that I would share with young women is, you're not perfect. I know I came into marriage thinking, oh, I'm perfect. I've got it all together. I don't hurt people. I'm very kind and considerate, and but then no, just realize, ugh, can get ugly, can get
Yeah.
really ugly when the rubber meets the road. And it's the same with the husband. There will be hard conversations, there will be unkindness, there will be harshness, there will be
And
mean.
marriage can't bring the worst out of us.
It can.
Do you remember the first time you said, "Oh my gosh, I'm turning to somebody I don't like," and how you felt about it?
Yeah, after an argument, and I'm like,
Yeah, like you couldn't believe that would be you, right?
right, right, like, who was that? I don't believe that came out of, did I say that? gosh.
That is incredible. This is an amazing book. I do want our listeners to get a sense of some of the chapters also that involve here.
Right.
So Zippy does, the book is called Love, the Greatest of These, the Fruit of the Spirit. Zippy does write the first chapter, the marriage covenant, living out the till death do us part, while it is not the happily ever after. She does that first. The second chapter is by a woman named Rebecca Rucker. She writes An Unexpected Gift. Chapter 3 is called Love and Service, How My Father Shaped My Heart by Nicole Kohark. And the chapter 4 is a love letter from the Willow from Kathleen Menz. The chapter 5 is Dance with Me, Loving Sacrificially by Joy Walker. Chapter 6 is The Heart I Tried to Save, a journey through love, domestic violence, compassion, and the unbearable cost of addiction by Joy Caswell. Chapter 7 is Seen, Love in the Darkness by Emily Chapman. Chapter 8, Heaven's Heart, A Living Valentine's to the World by Christy Willow Williams. Chapter 9, When Love Costs Something by Brenda Ramos. And chapter 10, the final chapter, What If Love Hurts? God Still Heals Broken and Wounded Hearts by Angie Idlin. I'm going to ask you an unfair question. Other than your own chapter, which is your second favorite chapter and
Oh,
why?
oh my goodness. Patrice, that's a very unfair question. Um, and I think I can't pick a favorite for this reason. Every one of these lovely women who wrote this book, these 10 of us, come at it from a completely different perspective. There's no
Good.
perspective that's the same as another. And so it's love in its many facets and dimensions. Loving in the home, here in marriage, then there is
Mhm,
loving where in adoption, adopting children who have disabilities and how you live through that. There is
mhm,
um, loving when life is difficult, when you have
mhm,
sickness in your
mhm.
own body, when people are unfair to you,
So
and
it's
love
different dimensions of love,
different
kind of
dimensions.
comprehensive. That is
Yeah,
so good. And I noticed all the authors are women. Is that a particular
yes.
reason why? Tell us what is that about?
Well, I don't know, but
Mm,
a lot of the Hope writers are women.
mhm,
The Hope Writers is a company that helps writers to, ordinary people to be able to publish their books.
mhm,
And a lot of the people who sign up, raise their hands, are
mhm.
women.
Oh
Um,
wow, we need women to bring hope to the world. That's so good.
yes.
Zippy, thank you so much. Don't leave yet. I got one more question for you. The book is called Love, the Greatest of These. And Zippy has the chapter in there. You want to grab it, if nothing else, for Zippy's chapter. She's one of our own. The third chapter is called The Marriage Covenant or The Marriage Covenant, Living Out the Till Death Do Us Part while it is not the happily ever after. Wow! If you want to copy this book, go to Amazon. You can get a copy. You can get it in the form of an ebook or physical book. Do you guys have Audible yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm sure it will be beautiful because I would love to hear your reading, girl. Because you're just the way you articulate the English language is so poetic, and I would mind listening to you all day long. Listen, don't you leave yet. Before Zippy goes, she got one more advice for you. If you enjoy this podcast, I want you to do me one favor. I want you to share it. Share it on your social media platform because good people share with their friends and family that which they love and inspire and enjoy them. I know you enjoyed this. You know, somebody who's married and who may be struggling, somebody who's married may need encouragement, somebody who's married may need validation, somebody who could wants to be married or about to be married who needs to know what to do before they get married. A great book for them. Or somebody who just want to know more about Galatians, the love chapter, right? And how to walk it out, the fruit of the spirit. You want to go ahead and share this with them, and maybe get a gift this book as a gift to them. By the way, Mother's Day coming up this weekend. A great gift for your mama, right? My wife got a copy. She really enjoyed it. Great gift for your mother, for your wife, for your sister, for your daughter, any woman in your life. This would make a great gift for.
Wow.
So go to Amazon.com and get a copy of the book. If you want to know about Zippy, you can find her in our e-community platform. She's right there. Or if you're there on Amazon, I think her handle is there as well. You can also connect with her there. Listen, if you want to know more about the Nehemiah entrepreneurship community and be a part, you can connect with us. Go to nehemiahecommunity.com, nehemiahecommunity.com, where you can learn about our training program, biblical entrepreneurship, servant love, the life cycle, or even identity and destiny. Or you can go to learn about our coaching program, one-on-one group coaching, or you can learn about how to be a part of our community. We have over 5,500 members from around the world, from Asia, Africa, Europe, Latin America, entrepreneurs who are committed to walking life together. They're either doing passive income, or they're doing investing, or they're running businesses, but all of them are doing it for the kingdom's sake. Become a member today and join us, because membership does have its benefits. By the way, those in Asia, I will be with you next week as we celebrate best practice. Looking forward to being with you there as we look at how to take our business to the next level. Zippy, before you leave, one more question for you. You in writing, you were able to achieve something that you've always wanted to do. You always written, as you shared. Somebody watching and listening right now, they're saying, Zippy, I got things in my heart that I've always wanted to do, and I've yet to do it, or in the fear of doing it. What advice would you give them? You think about how you went from being wanting to write to actually doing it and publishing your story. What advice would you give them, whether it's launching a new business, expanding business, or even themselves writing their next book or their new book? What advice would you give them as they consider taking that next steps for whatever that thing is?
Right. Oh, I would say keep writing. Don't
Mhm.
stop. Keep writing in your journal. Keep writing whenever you have opportunities to submit little write-ups. Do that. And pray. Ask the Lord for opportunity. He's on who directs our steps. And ask him to direct your steps. He will direct you. And then the other thing is, most of the time we're held back by fear. And we are afraid that people will not listen, people will reject us, people will not receive us. But as soon as you put it out there, then it's in God's hands, and He will do with it whatever He has planned. He's the one, as the word says, he worked with 5 little fish. How many were they? 2 little fishes and 5 loaves of bread, and he
Yes.
multiplied it. So it's God's work to do the multiplying. We bring our little substance, however small it is, and trust him to make the increase. So let's not be afraid. Just do it afraid.
I
Do
love
it
it.
afraid. I know that's what I did. I did it afraid, and I'm still afraid. But the Lord, it's in God's hands to do with it what He pleases.
Well, Zippy, thank you for that advice. Great advice. You heard it here, guys. Zippy, you've been a friend and a partner. You and David both. We so appreciate you guys. We love you guys so much. Congratulations on your new book.
Thank you so much, Patrice. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Well, listen, guys, let me pray for you. May the Lord bless you.
Mm.
May the Lord enable you to steward those talents that are under your care, whether it's writing, business, whatever God's called you to do, and to steward them in such a way that one day you'll hear those wonderful words, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. Guess what? He'll now make you rule over much." God bless you. Thanks for watching and listening. Go get a book.
Thank you.
Thank you,
God
Zippy.
bless you.
All
Bye.
right.